Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to Restaurant Industry Podcast. I'm Voss Sanchez.
And I'm Tyler Edwards. We are two restaurant industry vets talking about what we love
And what we hate
with restaurant industry professionals
on a podcast. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Restaurant Industry Podcast, RIP. I'm your host, Voss Sanchez. My co-host, Tyler Edwards, as always. Our guest today, I'm so excited to just jump right in and introduce these guys.
Big fans.
Huge fans. We have been going to the Righteous Room for how long now?
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time. Righteous Room is my home bar. When I think of the bar that I literally want to be in all the time, it is Righteous Room. We have Stina, we have Jed from Righteous Room.
What's up?
Long time, amazing industry professionals that we have been served from them a billion times. We love you guys. We're so stoked to have you guys. Thanks for joining us today.
We're lucky enough to have you guys as some of our regulars. You guys were working together, weren't you?
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
You
we
guys
worked
would
at a
go there
restaurant.
to decompress from your
Yes.
job.
Yeah,
Yes.
you learned as much about the menu changes and the strife just from overhearing, right?
I have the same fantasy of when people are like, what do the gates of heaven look like? To me, it's walking past the two outside tables through the door and into the Righteous Room. That's like my heaven. I'm like, that's my, it is.
And I'm topless.
I love,
Yeah, and you're topless.
you said it on me, and yes, 100%, that is my heaven.
For the record, I've heard Voss say that 1,000 times.
A billion times, at least.
Have y'all even been there in the last couple of weeks? Because we
No, you guys just did a redo.
No, I
Yeah.
actually haven't gone in probably
Did not put my
20
foot in it,
days.
though.
Huh?
Did not put my foot in the reno.
No?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I knew it was going to get ruined.
It's true.
What's the point?
But I saw your post about somebody already tagged the one spot that's
Whoever
like,
you
they
are.
scraped the tile.
just
I'm going to find you.
Yeah, no, we're finding you, and we're going to talk about it on
I'm
You're
the
gonna,
dead
I'm
street.
gonna
good.
tag Stina into your forehead.
How about don't
For sure.
scrape the tile?
So what sort of reno happened in the bathroom? You're talking is untaggable walls?
No. So
Do
basically,
you-
we just got some new tile work. We had some stank. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, it stank.
Oh, no.
29-year-old grout.
It stank in the bathroom, just soaked with urine.
Well, listen, I'm aware of a piss radius. I piss in the toilet. I'm not a guy who pisses somewhere other than the toilet.
Tyler,
I am
don't
aware of
believe
the fact that there are people who piss in places other than the toilet.
It's true.
And it's all men.
Yeah. And those men also go into the women's bathroom a lot.
Well, I think the bathrooms are
even
now,
have
they're not gendered anymore.
anymore.
It's just
So now you get a hodgepodge.
go
There's
pee
pee
somewhere.
everywhere.
Well, we used to have
sequester the
remember when we
dicks.
used to have that long line,
yeah,
and it'd be like all of these very chivalrous drunken men
that
just
were letting girls
I
go
would
ahead.
never use
I
the ladies'
bulldozed past those
room. And it's
pricks.
like, let's go piss, girl.
I was one of those
Let's
pricks.
go potty,
I was
please.
one of those
Line,
pussy ass
please.
nice
Let's keep
guys
it
that was
going.
like,
Yeah, he was.
"Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am." And it's
Simp.
like, "Hey, can you just move the
you
line
just go
along?
to the
Let's all
bathroom?
just
No,
get
there
out
would
of the
be
way."
women waiting in line. And I go, excuse me.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
that
you didn't
tracks.
even pull the fucking door, you idiot. Get out of my way. Yeah. I'm peeing all over the walls.
But yeah,
Where were you before Righteous Room?
I was in downtown Noonan. I was running an Italian restaurant for a guy named Joe DiMaggio Jr.
Joe DiMaggio Jr.
Yeah, he was the type.
He
creepy.
didn't do anything to you. He didn't get
was
fired
the-
because you were like, this guy
No,
fucking
the
sucks.
GM that was hired was like 50, mid-50s. I don't remember his name, thank God, or else I'd blast you. No. He just said really bizarre things to a lot of the staff, and we'd only been open for maybe a month.
Well, good riddance.
And the guy was like, yeah, we're not doing that. So then I got ushered into it, and then I GM'd there for 2 years. And then Joe DiMaggio Jr. fired me the day my dad went in for surgery to get his lung removed. And he had me train the guy that replaced me, which was really cool. And I think I just got fired because I was young and I was a woman.
But you weren't asking for time off to go be with your dad
No,
or anything?
I got fired
it wasn't
the
like
day
that?
of.
It's just
and
all coincidental.
It just coincidentally happened.
Oh, man.
And then I was like, you know what, this is going to work out because I was I was 21. I was
Sure,
young and
sure.
I wanted to
You're like, whatever, man. I
be
can move on.
young anyway. And I was just bombarded with works 6 days
Sure.
a week, working over 40 hours a week at the age of 21. And
That's a lot.
that's a lot
Right,
for
that's
a
a
young,
lot. For sure.
I wouldn't call myself a lady, but you know what I'm saying.
But I mean, like,
A young person.
a young person.
young
And
one.
gal.
then I worked at my dad's motorcycle shop for a couple years.
Hell
and
yeah.
then
What'd you do there?
I ran the parts counter.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You need parts for those
Yeah, I
machines.
just counted a lot of spark plugs. And
So your dad's got a motorcycle shop?
He did.
That's
he
fucking
did.
rad.
Yeah, he had a scooter shop in downtown Noonan, actually.
Noonan, man.
And which is why I moved there because he was sick for a long time and I wanted to be closer to his shop. So I moved into downtown, which is 2 minutes away from his shop. But it all worked out great. I ended up working for my dad at the parts counter. I did that for a couple years and then I just got lucky and ran into the Righteous Room.
Hell yeah.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Full force.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty. I mean, that's a pretty big jump, I think, from Noonan to the Righteous Room.
From Noonan as a motorcycle parts person to the fucking Righteous Room on Ponce.
Yeah.
My dad paid shitty too, and we fought every day. I think I got fired like 4 or 5 times.
Of course you did.
I still just
your
show
family,
back,
so it doesn't
still
matter.
show back up stoned at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect.
Yeah, dude.
And like,
The
do you want me
life.
to work or not? He'd be like, go sit next to the phone.
Yeah. Well, and what about you? What was your trajectory leading up to the Righteous Room?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I started working in the restaurant industry in Atlanta in 1999.
There it is.
Nice.
My first job in the city was at the Cafe Intermezzo in South Buckhead, R.I.P.
Ooh.
Yup. I was a host, and then I was one of the dessert experts, the tour guides, they called them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was so much.
Dessert tour guide?
Yeah, because there was.
there's
They really went all out.
There was 2 cases full of cakes and torts.
And you had
Yeah.
to
And you had to
One.
be able to, and they couldn't have a menu because shit would be out.
It
you
rotated.
know, like,
Changing.
yeah. So you had to be like the live menu, and so people come up, and I'd be like, "Do you want the whole tour?" I know everything about every last one of these motherfucking cakes. Like I was like 18 years old, like being like, "This one gets flash frozen and shipped in from Italy every 3 days."
Hell yeah.
You're
It was-
damn good at that.
No,
cake
I was,
job.
I fucking.
You have to learn a lot about imports and exports if you're dealing with like
It was
Pastries.
the late 90s, you know. We were being fancy.
Can I ask you an insider baseball question?
Yeah.
Why does it take so long to cut those fucking cakes? I love Cafe Intermezzo. I go there for a little treat. I've sat there sometimes. I've gotten 2 drinks
And no cakes.
and no cake. And I'm like, hey, I did the cake first.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
This
gonna,
motherfucker loves a cake.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say so. My insider baseball info on this is in the late 90s, we didn't have that problem.
Ooh.
We had baristas. They would get the order. Cakes got cut. Yeah,
Great
for
fucking
real.
point. So Cafe Intermezzo now, I think the main location's in Midtown.
It's Midtown.
Right?
Yeah, the one under the Lowe's.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
the one that we were at. But anyway, okay, so I worked at Intermezzo. I've done a whole bunch of other shit. But right before I came to the Righteous Room, I had been working at the brick store from 2018 up until the beginning of the pandemic. So I was selling all that fancy beer.
That's where I
We
originally
knew a lot
met
about
him.
brewing techniques.
Is that where we first met?
Well, because Jonathan Aharon, who was our, I
Yeah.
guess we're naming names. Jonathan, shout out Jonathan. We miss you. I love you. I don't
We
know where
love
you
you,
are these
dude.
days, but I miss you.
I dated 20 years ago.
That's why I was throwing it out there. I was like, I
So he was
feel like
hot.
you guys
He's
did.
a hottie.
He's a pretty redhead boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's
I'm
just
Oh, I love
sweet
me a ginger.
He's a,
Yeah, no, I
he's a
love a
sweet,
ginger.
cute boy
But-
who's also kind of an asshole.
And kind of crazy. And
When
I
he-
love him
when
for
he needs
that.
to be.
But he was our manager at the time.
Yeah.
I've
Big
known
city,
for a
small
million
world.
years.
Or just the
concentric
hospitality,
circles.
the hospitality industry in general, I think is incredibly incestuous. Everyone's
Oh, of course.
We all dated.
Everybody
We all
fucked.
fucked.
we're all
Everybody
similar
fucked.
types.
I mean, speak for yourselves. Sluts.
Oh yeah. Well, you came straight from Noonan, where no one's getting any pussy.
I
or
was
That is
busy
not
fucking
true.
rednecks in Noonan while you guys were all fucking each other. Is that what we're getting at right now?
One of y'all's got to
Actually,
go.
when I got to Righteous Room from Noonan, my Noonan boyfriend was a ginger. He was hot too. Thomas still talks about him to this day. He said, "Hey Tina, remember that dude that you used to date? He was so cute." Like, what, Thomas? Why do you bring Thomas? That's worked in the kitchen for like 30
No,
years.
Thomas has literally worked in the kitchen since my 18th birthday.
He's the fellow with the limp, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He makes-
That's not how we like to describe.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but I
we-
just mean I don't.
Yeah.
I just recall him from the most recognizable feature.
He's 65 years old.
I'm gonna
been at
say it, and
Righteous
I
Room
don't
forever.
give a shit because I don't care who rates wings in the city. Righteous Room has the best wings
Best
in the city.
wings in the city.
I don't give a
It's
I
shit.
actually
comfort,
did
it's
it.
comfort food.
It is my favorite. I
I
go there
actually-
for the wings.
homemade sauce.
Like
Yeah, no, he'd be getting 3 pounds of wings at a time, y'all.
4 on a
Like-
good day.
And we,
That's
we
only
like
when you
him-
bring a friend
That's
with
just by
you.
himself.
Yeah,
like him
exactly. 3 is me. 4 is everybody else.
Yeah.
We like him really
You can
wet.
have 2.
Yeah.
I want them
Swimming.
wet. I want them fries. Look, man, I'm serious. Righteous Room for me is the quintessential Atlanta wing experience. It's the quintessential Atlanta drink experience, like getting like a fucking beer and a shot, or
You go there alone, you make like 10 friends
40
that you
friends?
wish you never met, and maybe like one you're glad you did.
yeah.
Also, if you step outside for a cigarette, the bums are gonna get you.
See, that's the thing though, and I just had a conversation with somebody about this the other day. If you guys keep giving them stuff,
Then they going to keep
they're
coming
gonna
back.
come back. So like, don't bitch at me. The fact that you basically pulled like a trailer park boys. I'll give you $100 to fuck off.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you gave them a cigarette. So guess what?
They're
They're gonna
gonna
be
come right
back in an
back.
hour.
Well, I can tell you, I have never given a single cigarette to anybody.
But also, man, y'all's employees,
Not
like,
once.
Y'all's employees are ready. Like, that's my favorite part.
Oh, we train them.
There is no fuck around at Righteous Room.
Yeah, you guys call it
There
quit.
is no fuck around. There is one warning. I told you to leave. Even if that wasn't
Or it's like,
already
don't be
said,
an asshole.
I told you to leave. Stop bothering the guests. Get going. And then if they're acting like assholes, like I've seen it be very kind. I've seen it be very kind. Just sort of like, hey, come on. But when they're acting like assholes, bro, I've seen people go out with a bat on their shoulder. Like,
So
and I'm like,
you
yo,
have
let's
to have the
go.
police. You have to have, with a job like that, a place like that, with people like that, you have to have the police. You have to have good relationships with the people who are assigned with handling said problem.
I mean, the police
The
are the
police are
very
not worried
last
about us.
resort, and they ain't
I've
showing
seen
up.
the cops there before.
911 is a joke in our town, motherfucker.
I could agree.
I ain't even talking about
so do you
that
call
Arthur
like
Miller shit.
311? Like, do you
They
call
are
the?
not.
No, we have
311.
we've had
Took them, like, 2
we have
hours
such
to
a
call me back.
complicated relationship with this whole process because like we've had multiple landlords at the plaza over the last few years. Has been changing hands, and so they hire different security companies.
Right, I've seen security.
They will or will not be as willing to talk with us about our needs. We don't even have a number for the current security company.
Really?
I try
Wow.
to call them, and it's like the number you have dialed. I'm like, what?
Security is widely revered as a scam. There's a lot of people who just like
It's the illusion of
rent-
security.
they-
They can't
can't do
apprehend
anything.
anyone.
It's one of the
They can
easiest
call
ways
the
to launder
cops.
money.
Yeah, but the thing is that what
Maybe it's not,
I
actually.
get joy out of is that our security guards wear the like yellow and black with like the like little embroidered badge on it, right? And the best way to tell them that they're not tough is for like an 87-year-old woman to go, "Do I need to pay for parking?" I love it. I love it
Got
every
your ass.
time.
And you're
It's
like,
you're a glorified
you're-
parking
you're a
attendant,
parking
bitch.
attendant.
Yeah, don't you forget it.
Yeah, no, people often are like, oh man, I thought I should pay for parking because I
'Cause
saw
that
that
guy-
man walking around. And it's like, no, don't worry. Don't give them $1.
Yeah,
Don't give
that's
them
not
a
the
penny.
guy.
That's how our landlords are getting their passive
There's
income
parking.
is by putting those guys in the yellow shirts,
Okay.
spooking everybody into paying.
And all the signs say is pay here. It doesn't tell you what you're paying for.
Right.
No.
True.
And so if you pay, you don't know what you get.
You don't know what you're getting.
You're giving your money to them. So
whatever. To each his
Yeah,
own.
I gotta be
that.
honest, man. The pay thing is a huge bummer. I remember when I first
Everywhere's
started
like
working.
that.
Yeah, everywhere in Atlanta, you
When
got
I
to pay
first
now.
started working in Atlanta, and I would go to the Righteous Room, and I'd tie one on. You know, me and the boys, we'd sit there until close, and then I knew good and goddamn well I shouldn't be driving, so I'd walk home. And I knew the next morning
Your car would be
my
there.
car would be right there.
As
And
long
it
as you
still
parked in the front
is.
lot.
The front
it
lot.
still
If you
is.
parked in the
there's-
back lot, it might have been broken into.
I was always parking in the front lot.
Yeah, no,
lot,
the
baby.
front lot is always safe. Like,
And one of
you
the
never have a
things,
problem.
me and some of my early friends there always, we've sat outside a number of times and seen people pull out of the parking lot at the Righteous Room and take that left.
Nope.
on the-
Oh yeah, well that's the
love
thing. The
that
cops
one.
are
You
always
They get
done.
caught
Always
faster
waiting.
than
They're there
hell.
for that.
But
I've
that's
seen
why
so
your
many
car
people
is
get
It's a
safe. That's why
buddy
your
of mi-
car is your parked car is safe. It's because those cops
Cops
are
are
sitting in
right
the
there.
lot
That's
waiting
exactly
for those
right.
motherfuckers
And that's
to go.
I almost got a tattoo on my leg when I moved back to Atlanta that said,
left
"Don't
turn."
No
turn
left
left
turn.
out of Righteous
Out of
Room."
Righteous
Yeah, no
Room.
left on the Highland.
No left on the Highland.
Still, I have to honk at everybody.
Because
And
people
also
still do
no
it. It's
right,
insane.
No right at that same
At the other
light on
same
the
light.
bottom.
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude, forget
Yeah.
that.
Like no right, no left.
can't
You gotta
go.
wait.
And so we're leading towards just leave your car where it is. If you go to the Righteous Room, don't fucking drive after you
Even
leave
if
the
you don't
Righteous
plan to
Room.
get drunk.
Yeah,
Even
Just
if
leave
you
it.
don't plan. Even if
Yeah.
you plan to have 2 beers. Just
Yeah.
don't.
Just leave
but
it.
everyone's scared that they're going to
Too
rack
many
up a
rules.
$90 parking tab, right? Because everyone
well,
thinks
that's
that they
cheaper
gotta,
than a DUI.
Yeah, it is
Facts.
way cheaper than a DUI.
and it
right.
doesn't stay on your record.
You get to keep
because
your kids after a $90
because the
ticket.
parking people are not real. And they're not
The parking people
They're not
are
real.
not real.
They're not real.
That's the name of the episode.
Are they with
People
us?
are not real.
Are the parking people in the room
That's
with
why
us
I always
right
say,
now?
like,
Yeah.
Are the parking people here?
come get me. Come find me.
I don't
Look
see
at my
them.
tag. Come get me.
Yeah.
Well,
come
in
get me.
I will say this: in some places in Atlanta, the parking people are very real.
Because they're
Oh, yeah.
associated with APD or Park Atlanta.
No, there's
or-
Park Atlanta.
They're not a third
there's
party.
There's a dude that I've run into a couple of times, and I got the cops calling me twice because I tried to fight this guy 2 times. He looks like me. We look like we could be cousins. Every time I see this dude, the last time I saw him, he's always at like the Emden Park area.
like
Like
we could be
we do. We
cousins.
look like we could be related. It's
I'm
insane.
seeing
He was,
Okay,
also,
Primo.
he was also next to in Sister Act too.
Yeah, he was also next to in Sister Act too.
Tyler.
We were the last time I saw him. I was parking in the parking deck to go onto the belt line. We were meeting some folks, and I saw him sitting in his car. And I like paid to park, and I walked over and I saw him sitting there, and I was like, "Hey, dude, is it we're cool. Like I paid, and he like looks down his phone, looks up at me, he goes, no habla inglés. Like that too. And
But it sounded like
that.
No hablo inglés.
It sounded like a
Just like
North
that.
American man.
And I look at him and I was like, bro,
Canadian.
look at me, bro. And he was like, no habla inglés. I was like, look at me. You remember me?
Just like you.
You remember me? And he was like, oh shit, what's up, dog? Like,
Dude, I know who you're talking about.
and
He's a boot guy.
He's a boot guy. And he was like, what's up, dude? He's like, yeah, you keeping your nose clean? And I was like,
Keeping your nose
bro,
clean.
You keeping my wheel clean?
I'm gonna break your nose.
We almost got into it twice because I parked in a parking deck and I didn't pay because I thought it was like a 3-hour limit, and he booted me. And I parked in the Krog Street lot one time, and he booted me.
He's always there. I
And
live
that
right
dude,
by there.
That dude is a merciless fuck. Like
He
he will
is.
look at you
Can I
square in the
say
face
something?
and be like, $85. I can't take the boot off.
So
Like,
right next to Glide in Inman Park, which is
Mm-hmm.
right next to Studio Plex, right? It's right there by the Krog Street. He likes to hover because if
where
you
he's
park
at.
there,
where he's at.
illegally, he'll boot you the second
Second
you get out
you
of
do
your
it.
car.
Parking
He doesn't
for
go
three-
anywhere.
you're-
How about
We're
I
gonna
don't
edit
You're
that
let
out.
him?
parking for 3 hours at Glide Pizza.
Well, no,
To get booted?
I parked for 20 minutes outside
he'll
of
get- it
Glide
doesn't matter.
Pizza.
He'll get you wherever
and
the
he
fuck
gets
you
a boot the second you get out of your fucking car. And I came down and I was like, hey, listen, man, I live right here. I literally just parked here to get a pizza, and I'm going to go park my car in my designated spot that I pay for. Like, can we get this out of here? And he goes, I rock, paper, scissors you for it.
he's a dick.
And I'm like, hold on, what? And he goes, is it better than $75? Do you want to gamble on it? I was like, I mean, I do like gambling.
Did you win?
It's just a little game of rock,
I
paper,
did.
scissors.
And then he still charged you.
did.
No, he didn't. He took my fucking boot off because I got his ass.
That's illegal.
I
He's not
fucking
allowed
won.
to do that.
Wait, so a question I had for you guys: what's your way when you've got somebody in there that's acting out of line, crosses your boundary? What's your go-to way to diffuse that situation and get them out of the building without creating a scene? Because I'm looking at you, brother, because I think that you struck me as somebody who nips things in the bud.
I do nip things in the bud, but I also sometimes let shit slide a little longer for my own amusement.
Jed and I like to say, let go and let God.
Yeah, I mean, let go and let God is my favorite shitty Christian aphorism, but unfortunately, when we're in charge of the bar and the well-being of everybody else in there, we
Right.
have to be God.
The onus is on you to make sure that
Yeah,
the other
to
patrons are
diffuse the
safe.
bullshit, right?
Right.
But so, like, I mean, it always depends on the situation. Like, if it's some like, if it's like a drunk 25-year-old girl, then I'll handle it differently than if it's like a drunk 65-year-old man. You know, like if it's an old man, I'm gonna be like, listen, motherfucker, you already know you done did some dumb shit.
dumb,
You need to
right.
take your little ass the fuck out of here.
Right. So one time that I can recall, I remember there was an altercation that took place at the bar.
At our bar.
At our bar. Your bar. And we were sitting in a
It's everybody's bar. It's
we
the
were sitting
neighborhood's bar.
in our
guys.
little window spot, and there
Which
was
can
like,
I just ask for a
Table
quick
one?
second? Okay, so
table
that's
one.
table
That's
one.
table one.
How many
The big
people?
table,
How
yeah.
many people feel like that's their table? Like,
Everybody.
Every
Of
last
course.
one of y'all
Of course.
fuckers.
So many of y'all feel like that's your table, that like
course.
the table will be dirty and just one out of 6 of you shows up and you sit down next to like everybody's disgusting food
Like,
just to hold that table.
hold the table.
And then
That's
I'm
always
sure
lame.
that I've said it to either one of you. You can sit there, but you gotta clean it.
gotta clean
You
it.
gotta clean
Yeah.
it.
I'll
like
bust.
you
For the
can
record, I
sit
always
there,
clean it.
but you gotta clean it.
But I remember there was an altercation that took place. It was a very, very busy night. There was a lot of shoulder to shoulder
Like
action.
a Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe like a Tuesday.
perhaps. I mean,
10:30 p.m. But it was really busy, and I remember a fight broke out, and it was sort of like a pushy, shovey fight. And again, this is many years
So
ago.
it was like
right?
2 dudes.
Yeah, it was 2 dudes, pushy, shovey fight, and the patrons handled that.
Do you wanna go,
for
man?
And it wasn't you. There was some other gal that was behind the bar. And she didn't want to get from behind the bar, and she basically like instructed a couple patrons to handle this.
recently? Or, like,
no,
years?
We're talking like 2014.
Oh yeah,
Like
so the boys
2015.
came out to fisticuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
But the gal that was behind the bar, I remember
She
going,
told him to do it.
she like pointed at a couple of other dudes and was like,
Sick 'em.
fix this motherfucker
No, I mean, we
right
do
here.
that all the time. Our
yeah.
regulars are
So
very loyal
yes.
and often will obey instructions.
Yeah, to be
Right.
fair, if
Like what you and I were talking about
pull
earlier
an
when we were
axe
at
out.
dinner. It's like, you know, when you work there 4 to 5 shifts a week, because you know you're you're making bartender pay. So
Yeah,
like,
we're there
You're
working.
working 4 to 5
Yeah.
shifts a week, and you think to yourself like, on your 4th or 5th shift, and I hate to say this, but like on your 4th, you're like, fuck everybody.
Just fuck
Of
it.
course.
I don't care if you're my most loyal regular. I don't care if I just met you. I want you to go fuck yourself.
Go. Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're just someone asking me for something, and that's
Too much.
all
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
asked
yeah,
me
yeah.
for the past 4 or 5 days. So in reality, I look at it as like, these people have been coming here for, let's just even say 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have some regulars that have been coming there since we opened.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to get attached to us, and maybe that's sad to some. And maybe that's, you know what I mean? Like, but we do have some regulars that
circumstantial.
like their sense of community and their sense of family and where their outlet is
The bar.
the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a hub, and like,
You get a lot of those.
absolutely.
Oh God, yes, Jesus.
Majority of the people
Yeah.
that come to the register room are repeat customers because
They're like on a schedule.
because they're comfortable and they love the staff and they
love the food. They love
have-
the vibe.
They
Like,
have
it's a whole
intellectual
thing.
conversation with people they've never met before. Or they have unintellectual conversation.
There we
it's,
go.
It's both. It's
Yeah,
hit or
no, it
miss,
is.
You
It's
know?
But
delightful,
I've had a number of really important conversations. One story I like to tell about the Righteous Room to people is, you know, I went there a lot for many years, and then I left and I lived in Chicago for 4 years, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
we
step
know.
foot. I didn't step foot. Okay, I didn't step foot in Atlanta for 4 years, and then when I moved back, I drove down here in a U-Haul with my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife. And we were unloading our stuff into our apartment on Euclid Avenue, and I was like, "Hey, we need to go to the Righteous Room." We'd just unpacked; it was like 90 degrees, and I was like, "Hey, let's not worry about doing any house shit. Let's go get a drink at the bar."
You've
that
done enough.
I've been
You've moved.
Yeah, I've been missing this bar for 4 years. I walk in, and it was like 1:30 on a Tuesday. There weren't a lot of people in there. Just some regulars sitting, and some people with their like a couple of people with like a computer out or something.
Yeah.
And I walk in and I sit down at the bar with my wife, who's never stepped foot in that bar ever. And I sat down, and Danny
Love
looked me in the
Danny.
face. Hadn't seen me in 4 years. Hadn't laid eyes
Remembered
on
you.
my fat red face in 4 fucking years. And he looked me in the face. He had a High Life and a shot of Jameson in his hand, and he goes, "Does she need one?"
Boom.
And that's all it said. And I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He said, "Welcome back, Tyler. Does she need one?" Kind of like back to business, brother. We didn't miss a step,
Didn't
And
skip a
like
beat.
That's
that-
how both of us are with everybody.
I was gonna say that may be not a big deal to many people, right? Like that's
But it makes you feel special.
Man,
and I hate to
it's
say
all
it like
that
that. Like,
And that's
oh,
the
your
righteous
bartender
room.
remember what you drink in your name. But
no,
like,
but you all do
But
that.
that's
But we all
important.
do that.
But you all do that.
I think it's
It's
because
an
we do that
important
paper
ethos.
shit, though. I think it's because
Well,
we
yeah.
handwrite everything.
I agree.
Handwriting the tabs makes it so much easier to remember things, and
That's a pretty unique thing that I would like to.
It's not like,
Touch
hi,
on
I'm
out.
Tyler.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. and
Right.
Yeah,
what do you
I
want?
wrote your
It's like,
fucking
okay, how do you
name.
spell it? And
You know, that's a pretty unique thing that doesn't exist anymore. That
Yeah.
that adds a certain extra
Analog.
step. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
And
analog.
even Jed, he always asks people like where they're from or like how they got their last name.
Oh,
So
I've
then
got
he-
dossiers on
So
everybody.
that he knows,
Everybody.
he knows everybody's first and last name. I know everybody's first and last drink.
Yeah.
I know for a fact because I have like my posse of regulars that I tend
Oh
to
yes.
hang out with.
No, indeed.
And every time I send
Yeah, they're all like
old
your
men.
old men.
They're
though.
my old men.
Like you're always outside
they're
with them
half
hanging at
mine.
the table.
I mean, no, they're our old
They're
men.
our old
But like, God forbid, I need help or I need somebody to run to the store or something. Like,
Oh yeah, no, we sick
they're
them
gonna
on
do
it.
it for me.
Yeah.
And then of course I like buy them around or
I'm
whatever.
10 years
but
away from being one of those old men, and I
they
promise I will be.
They're supportive and helpful, and I help them. And like when I get off work, they ask me if I need a beer, which is like super sick, super tight. I love it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we fuck with those old men.
I mean,
As much as we
registration
fuck with them too,
Oh yeah,
though.
we gotta fuck with them.
Like, oh man,
any
I call
I'm
him Steven Seagal the other day about sent me in the next week because he looked just like him.
I know that was hilarious.
So you guys have a regular that looks like Steven Seagal that you guys call Steven Seagal?
He has a ponytail.
In a moment.
I had
yeah,
a ponytail once.
But he wore a turtleneck and a leather jacket.
So like this guy, he came in like this was like 3 months ago or something, and he had been annoying me because he was just like in a mood and he's just there a lot and he's needy, And
He's neat.
He's
God
neat.
bless him.
Jed,
Just Jed.
could I please have some citrus with my tequila?
Oh.
If he listens to this, he's gonna
He's
know I'm
gonna
roasting
know.
his ass. He
He's
gonna listen to
gonna know.
it.
He
All right,
knows us
hey,
well
you know it's you, fucker. Anyway, but he just walked in one day with one of our other regulars, and I was like, well, shit. If it ain't Thirsty Ponytail and his fucking goddamn boyfriend. And the whole thing, they just like...
Thirsty Ponytails.
Thirsty Ponytail. And I just thought of it, and he just walked in, and I was like, this is what I'm saying.
But it needed to be said, and
And it stuck. And so
Thirsty
now, like,
Ponytail
everybody
is
just kind of
hilarious.
giggles. They're like, oh, shit, Thirsty Ponytail.
Thirsty
in the house.
ponytail.
Well, Jed and I sometimes, on Fridays, Jed works day shift, and on Saturdays I work day shift, and I've just kind of been a day shift girly for a long time. But Jed has his own nicknames for all the regulars. So
Oh, God,
sometimes
yes.
I'd be like, "Where's so and so's tab?" And he's like, "Oh, it's under Nicole." And I was like, "That's okay." How does
His name is Nicole.
his name is Nicole? How do
Like,
we
no, I just hear him talking about Nicole a lot.
like how do we get there? No,
And then I
it's-
explain it, and it's insane.
Go ahead.
Yeah, walk us through.
Do we
Nicole.
want to?
Kid Manitoba.
Yeah. Okay. So we have this regular who's from Wisconsin, or no, he's from Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah, no, he's from Minnesota. Sorry. He's from Minnesota, so I would always joke with him that he's Canadian. I was like, "Oh, you're from Canada." He's like, "No, I'm from Minnesota." I'm like, "It's Canada," and so I started calling him Canadian things like Kid Manitoba or Saskatchewan
There you go.
or like Toronto's finest or whatever. And so then I was thinking about it one day, and I was like, Kid Manitoba, Kid Man, Nicole, Kid Manitoba, Nicole.
Oh, so he's Nicole.
So
Yeah,
now,
so I
I
call
love
him
it.
Nicole.
now it's streamlined to
Big
Nicole.
fan.
Yeah,
when,
no, he
like,
comes in and I'm like,
reality-
Nicole.
But his real name is so much easier than all
Dave.
of that.
Yeah, it's one syllable. Yeah, he has
It's
a one
3
syllable
letters.
name.
It's 3.
Yeah, it's 3 letters. And he's the sweetest man in the world.
Do
Like,
we
I'm
have
like,
nicknames?
Yo,
Have we
yo,
been
yo,
nicknamed?
None of your
where's
fucking
so and
business.
I'm like, where's
Yeah.
so and so's
Yeah.
tab? And he was like,
Fat, brown,
that's
and
Nicole.
fat white.
Yeah, exactly.
How am
Yeah,
I
like-
supposed to know that his name is Nicole?
well, you
Then
ain't,
how do I
you
ever
ain't-
work with you?
You ain't supposed to know because I'm working alone right now, and you just floating around
That's
getting in
your-
my business.
That's your secret.
I will
hand-
say,
your secret
I'm not nearly as
language.
much of a regular. I don't think we deserve.
You said you haven't been there in 20 days.
Yeah, it's been probably
It's been a
20
long time
days.
for me.
You
too.
counting?
Yeah.
Like
Bothering-
an
it
advent
bothers me when I
calendar.
don't go.
Yeah, you're. An
I was
addict.
sober for 20 days. No, I'm kidding.
I don't believe that.
yeah.
It-
I
Sober
don't believe that
of
for
the
20
Nobody believes
microseconds.
that.
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
It legitimately
But we're
bothers
not
me when
there.
I'm out
We're
there.
not there a lot. I love being a regular, and I missed doing that. Like back when I was working those shifts, right? It was on my way home. It was kind of in my neighborhood. I could leave my car there. That neighborhood thing, I think so many bars are relying on that neighborhood access, right? It being
Absolutely.
close to their home, it being there needs to be some ease.
Yeah,
Right?
No, of
And
course.
some safety,
That's the
right?
yeah.
For sure.
And because of that, there are bars that close all over the country because their neighborhood starts evolving.
Right.
And
Right.
it doesn't- it does-
Location,
it's not
location,
conducive.
location.
Right? Have
Yeah.
you seen any decrease, increase, change
Yeah,
over
how's
the
it-
years
how's
that you've
Righteous
been
Room
working
doing?
there? Right? Is it? Because I know that the living situation in that surrounding area, not only is the tax bracket changed,
Right.
Right? There's like
I
richer
mean,
people there.
I mean, to be quite honest, I feel like Register Room's been kind of, I don't want to say fighting, but combating that like hoity-toity Ponce Highlands,
Yeah.
like fancy
Certainly
bullshit
We're
for a
holding our
while.
own against it.
And it kind of
Agreed.
came out of nowhere, man. Because
We're
I feel
an
like
ever never changing, just constant. And
Yeah.
like some people will like throw shade about the fact that like our menus never change.
What do they want?
Or,
Shut
like,
the fuck up.
Do you know
Thank
what's
God.
great though? Is that when somebody leaves and moves for 10 years and they come back and they say, "Hey, I want Jane's homemade veggie burger," and
Yeah.
it tastes exactly the
The
fucking
same.
same.
there you go.
yeah.
That's
They
nostalgia.
freak out.
I want
And
to.
it also,
No,
by
they're
the
always
way, still
thrilled.
tastes good. It has.
Yeah,
it's
no, it's
not like we
delicious.
kept the veggie burger in the refrigerator for 15
Right.
years.
It's a-
It's
Yeah,
still-
we make it every
it
few days.
still
Like this
tastes
shit
good.
is
Yeah.
on point.
But,
If
like-
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Like,
We
are
have
y'all? I
like
swear to
Thomas is the
God,
king of the kitchen.
Y'all are like the only people that do like the salt and vinegar like fries like with real vinegar and salt, and it's like the best.
Until you put this on the
How is
podcast,
that-
and they're
how
gonna
is
like
that-
be all
yeah,
over the
right.
world.
Don't.
No,
do
that
it.
seems weird. Like it's so easy to dump vinegar and salt on some fried shit. Like,
But I think because people are expecting it to
People
be like
love it.
some higher caliber of salt, and I'm like,
I
it's
can't
vinegar and
tell
salt,
you
and it's
how many
amazing.
times people are like,
perfect.
"So are the salt and vinegar potato wedges just the potato wedges with salt and vinegar on them?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah."
I mean,
Yeah, what
honestly,
the
you
fuck
could do
are
it
you
yourself
talking
if you
about?
want. Here's the
Nailed
malt
it.
vinegar.
One of my favorite things to do there, as I'm sure you're both aware,
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
I'm just fucking with you. What's your favorite thing?
One of my favorite things to do is I'll go in and I'm like, oh, I'm not hungry. I already ate. We're good. Now I'll just have a couple of drinks. And then Voss shows up. We'll have a couple. Oh, the tequila. Oh,
And then order 4 pounds wings.
And then literally, it doesn't matter how full you are. For at least, for me, you know, I can always put down at least 20 wings.
At least 2 pounds.
At least 20.
wings.
They're
That's
jumbo.
2.5
You're
pounds
insane.
of wings. No,
You're having
You
this weird
ain't that
masculine
fat.
thing where you over.
I'm very masculine.
You
so.
know, you're exaggerating.
It's because I'm very
You're
strong.
Overeating is so masculine.
No, you're
Yeah.
doing that thing where you exaggerate.
I'm doing
you're
that thing where I'm
embellishing.
just better than all the other people
You
who
eat
are
like
listening.
8, and he's like, it was 20.
No, I was like 25 actually. I think it was like 25. I count them all the time because I'm.
First the fuck of all, there's
That's-
8 wings to a pound. So
Yeah, I'm eating
3
like
pounds is
35
24 wings. There's no way you're eating 3
like
pounds by
40
yourself.
wings maybe.
Tyler, I know your
Maybe
body.
60.
You're eating
Yeah.
3 and 1.
I
You do
know,
know my body.
your
Out of wings.
stomach.
It's like the hottest thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard on
You
the podcast.
already-
Building
So okay,
the
hold on.
nuts.
I want to ask that another thing, right? Because every guest of the Righteous Room that sits outside is looking at a pretty historic building.
It's a beautiful building.
Right.
But what's
Building.
inside of it is chaos.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
I don't know anything about it.
We
I
don't.
know some things.
I was gonna.
And then it got
I don't
turned
wanna get
into a
too
government
into
building.
crazy-
I mean,
don't
I'm
wanna
not a
get into
historian.
Too crazy Atlanta history, but I think it's been the HUD housing since the early 90s.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
That's fair.
Okay.
Somebody fact check me if you want. Camera, I don't know.
We
who's
don't
looking
know.
at me.
To be honest,
But
we don't
no,
know.
like, but I remember hearing stories about the building way back with other historical figures in Atlanta. I mean, there's even urban legends that fucking what was
That's
his
not
name?
real.
Al Capone.
one?
Al
Yeah,
That's not
Capone.
real.
was- So
And
that's
there's
what I was
also-
gonna say.
Al
No,
Capone.
it's not real. It's Al Capone.
Yeah,
not
no, Al-
Pacino.
Al Pacino. He's on his
you
way.
That's why I stopped myself.
Al Pacino famously on his way to jail.
I
Been
love
to the
Pacino.
righteous room.
Yeah, but no, but
It's
the
amazing.
the legend was that
a
Al
great
Capone
Pacino.
could like walk down a staircase in the basement, go under ponds, and then
Into the
could
Majestic
come up.
and go bowling.
No,
Do you
not
ever hear that?
no,
There's a
no,
bowling
no.
alley
It
under
was
the
weird.
Majestic.
Yeah.
No,
I remember
it
hearing
was
that.
weird. No, I heard that
love
he would.
it.
I mean, you're an owner of Righteous Room, correct? Am I wrong in this?
Yeah, I feel like it's like
Yeah.
And
You say now or no?
I am.
Now, yes. She
How'd
is
that
one of
work
the
out? I
partners.
mean, if you can get into that, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who work at establishments that they love. And
Do you want the Cliff Notes?
Stop
I
slamming.
do.
Cliff Notes are I worked at Righteous Room for 9 years. I left October of 2021.
So go be a mom.
2 months after finding out that I was pregnant with my daughter. I found out I was pregnant with Sloan September 19th. And I quit Righteous Room October 21st because I watched another coworker bartend pregnant, and it looked like
You
the
were like, absolutely not
most.
my-
And she was on her feet, and she was like
none of
working
that.
Saturday
None of
day
that.
shifts, 9 months pregnant, and it just looked awful. And I love her so much, and I respect her so much, but I didn't.
But no.
I didn't want to do it. I'm
So
glad
you
she
took that
did it, so
break,
I could see
you
that.
had the baby, raised the
What
baby.
I did was I left Righteous Room and I got a job that gave me insurance and paid for my C-section. And then I took short-term disability and maternity leave from that job, never went back. Lived at home just like breastfeeding and crying for like the next like 3 to 4 months.
That's what moms are
And then
doing.
I was like living off of my dad's money. My dad died in April of 21 prior
Sorry to
to
hear
me
that.
leaving. It was a long time coming.
God bless.
I am very sorry that he died, but he was very, very sick with cancer for a very long time. We liquidated all of his assets and we sold his house eventually. We sold his house, and with the money that I made from his house, I bought into the Righteous Room.
So now, as an owner, as someone who's been in the industry now, or with this bar for as long as you have and everything, what do you feel at this point the Atlanta maybe bar scene or restaurant scene or whatever is there anything missing from it? Is there something that we need more of, less of? Like, are there other Righteous Rooms? Are there other places in the city that are like doing a
sure.
good job,
For
or do
sure.
we feel like we need more or less?
There are other Righteous Rooms. They're just not our.
Of course,
Righteous
I mean
Rooms.
everyone's got their flavor. I get that.
And
there
like-
are-
I mean,
we were
we're
just
the
talking about-
one, like, but we're all supporters of other bars
Of course.
in that echelon. Like,
course.
I live in East Atlanta. I drink at the Earl.
You're
Love
talking
it.
about neighborhood go-tos.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Yeah.
places you could walk to, be home in 2 minutes. So,
Every
like,
neighborhood
not
needs-
everybody's Righteous Room is righteous room.
But I mean, there's
Yeah.
also, but again, it's not just the walk to and the convenience of it. It's like we talked about earlier. It's the knowing the drink, knowing the pace, knowing everything. Walking in and being like, I know what tonight's already going to bring.
But we make a big impact on people almost every day. Like there's so many times people are like, "This is the first time I've ever been to this place, and this ain't gonna be the last time. This is the coolest damn bar I've been to in my life." And I'm
They
like,
don't all
"Yeah."
sound like that.
They all
though.
sound. I'll go in and I'll sit down and Bloodsport will be on. And you'll be bartending. And I'm literally like, this is
Yeah,
why I come
I'm
here.
the one playing all the Van
This is
Damme
why
and the
I-
motherfucking
Yeah.
righteous
God
room.
Van Damme.
You are,
But
dude.
this is why I come here because I'm like, oh, I love this movie, and then he'll have like some crazy fun fact about it.
I
and
mean,
then
it helps that
we'll
the
have
theater
this and
is
we'll
right
have
next
that.
door too.
Of
I mean,
course
we
there's
get
that.
so many cinephiles, so many people.
There's that.
Like I want Van Damme. I want like everything from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want
80s,
to
90s,
be on this
classic
TV.
shit.
No fucking sports. Fuck you with your sports.
That's my favorite
There's
part.
every other bar in the world we can go get your sports. We are a movie bar. We're next to the movie theater.
Yes.
People are in here. They want to talk about movies. They want to endlessly talk about fucking movies. I know everything about every goddamn movie that has ever come out in the last 5 years.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
One movie.
Clue from 1986.
Where's Randy? Shout out to Randy.
Yeah, we're so symbiotic with the movie scene that I wanted to lean into that for the sake of the bar, and that just gives us a more like homey feel because
It does,
you're just
man.
getting some random movie instead of people being like, "Man, you gonna put the game on for me?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
fuck that.
"Fuck
Man,
no,
That's not the vibe in
I'm
there,
definitely
man. It's
not."
the, listen,
Pause.
I'll say it.
The
We'll
intersection
wrap it
of
up
pause.
like this.
North
Go to the
Island.
righteous room.
Yeah, come see us.
Become a fucking weirdo like the rest of us. Enjoy yourself.
Make a friend with a
Make
stranger.
a friend. Make an enemy. We love you guys.
Shouting.
I like the impersonation
get
you're doing.
in the
Who
Yeah.
you're
get in the
impersonating?
pit and try to love someone.
Produced by Do You Validate?